Welcome back to 6 and 6, where we cover 6 stories from around the world in 6 minutes or less. With that said, start your timer. We begin today in South America, where Venezuelans' oil flows have resumed after a week of panic. Venezuela's oil production has restarted following a brief halt due to logistical issues. This resumption is crucial for the Venezuelan economy, which heavily relies on oil exports. From Reuters, quote, Venezuela's oil flows have resumed after a week of panic as the country state's owned oil company, PDVSA, managed to restore operations at key refineries and pipelines. This development comes as a relief to the Venezuelan government, which has been struggling with U.S. sanctions impacting its energy sector, end quote. Moving to Africa, where South Sudan is facing a severe cholera outbreak, exacerbated by the U.S. aid cuts. In South Sudan, a cholera outbreak has worsened due to the closure of health clinics following the U.S. aid cuts. The situation, though, has resulted in tragic losses, with patients dying while seeking medical care. From Reuters, 8 people in South Sudan, including 5 children, died on a 3-hour walk to seek medical treatment for cholera after U.S. aid cuts forced local health services to close. The UK-based charity Save the Children said on Wednesday. Christopher Nyamande, the country director for Save the Children in South Sudan, expressed that there should be widespread moral indignation regarding how decisions made by influential figures can result in children fatalities in such a short time frame. Next, we shift our focus to the Caribbean, where a devastating nightclub collapse has occurred in the Dominican Republic. A catastrophic roof failure at a popular nightclub in the Dominican Republic capital has resulted in at least 124 dead and numerous injuries. The incident occurred during a concert, and rescue efforts are ongoing. From Reuters, quote, the catastrophic roof failure at the well-known club in the Dominican Republic's capital on Tuesday has led to the tragic loss of at least 124 lives. The situation is becoming increasingly dire as the search for survivors continues. Throughout the night on Wednesday, families gathered outside the ruins of the Jet nightclub in Dominico, anxiously awaiting news about their loved ones who remain unaccounted for, sharing photographs with law enforcement in hopes of assistance, end quote. Across the Pacific, Singapore's food scene is facing challenges as eateries close due to rising costs. Singapore, known for its vibrant food culture, is experiencing a decline in its culinary scene as many eateries are forced to close due to rising costs and increased consumer spending. From Reuters, quote, Singapore's food scene, renowned for its diversity and affordability, is now facing a downturn as eateries struggle to stay afloat amid rising costs and falling consumer spending. The city-state's once thriving food industry is now seeing closures of beloved restaurants and hawker stalls, end quote. In the Pacific, Palau is benefiting from its strategic position in avoiding Trump tariffs. Palau, a small island nation, is leveraging its strong U.S. ties to avoid the impact of Trump's tariffs. The strategic positioning allows Palau to maintain favorable trade relations with the U.S. From Reuters, quote, Palau, a small Pacific island nation, says its strong relationship with the United States has helped it avoid the negative impacts of the Trump tariffs. This position allows Palau to maintain positive trade environment despite global trade tensions, end quote. And finally, we go to Europe, where Germany has secured a coalitional deal to spur economic growth. Germany conservatives, led by Friedrich Merz, have reached a coalition agreement with the Social Democrats to revitalize Europe's largest economy, while also using this opportunity to block out parties such as ADF from the deal table. This deal aims to address economic challenges and enhance Germany's global competitiveness. From Reuters, quote, German conservatives led by Friedrich Merz have secured a coalitional agreement with the Center Social Democrats, or SPD, on Wednesday, aiming to stimulate growth in Europe's largest economy amid fears of an impending recession due to the global trade conflict. In a press briefing alongside his coalitional partners, Merz conveyed a message to the White House, speaking in English, saying, quote, the primary message to Donald Trump is that Germany is back on track, he stated, pledging to increase defense expenditures and enhance the economy's competitiveness, end quote. And of course, if you want to check out any of today's articles, you can find all the links in the description below that like and subscribe button. Also down there, you can find the podcast on Spotify, Pocket Cast, Podvine. I know this one's coming out a little bit later. I was on West Coast when everything was being posted, so it will be coming out on Friday in East Coast time really early in the morning, but on West Coast time, it is still actually the day before. If you want to check out the normal podcast that will be coming out today, and it always comes out, we have one that comes out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that is US focused. Those links are always going to be found at the Twitter handle at Your Daily Flip, so you can just go there. Or if you follow the RSS feed, or if you subscribe here, you can get those notifications as well. So, with all that said, there's only one more thing to say. Stay safe, don't die.